What up, you guys? Slim here at SlimXTeampurplepanda, here to do a new deck discussion. I've been getting, a lot of people sending me messages about what they want to hear, and I recently got one on from WDP 504Js. He's sent me tons of ideas, including Caius, other deck types, Hyper Librarian, and everything. We're going to do a deck discussion today on Fables, you guys. I don't know if a lot of people are familiar with Fables. They've been out for a while. They came out, in the dual terminal. Came out in Hidden Arsenal. A lot of the key cards that you needed were there. I actually have a lot of them myself. Like, I never actually built the deck because I didn't have everything for it. But, I have a lot of the cards, and, like, I'm going to show them for examples of, like, how the deck works. Personally, I like the deck. I think the deck's really cool. You know, it pluses off Royal Tribute like there's no tomorrow. Like, you Royal Tribute them, like, they literally just won the game because, like, they drop stuff, and when stuff goes to the graveyard from their hand, they trigger all these crazy effects. They go off and they basically laugh at you, and you get fucked, basically. Like, that's what happens. That's usually what happens when you play against Fables, or so I've heard. I've only played them a couple times with Gravekeeper. I did one time get hit really hard when I Royal Tributed and they summoned all these crazy monsters next turn making synchros. You know, but that's how they run. You know, they rely on that discarding effect. They're kind of like a dark world. A lot of people do things with dark world with them because they're flexible. They have they have so many tuners, so many just random abilities that like you don't really know what's gonna happen. Until it's like too late. And what I like about Fables is like they're pretty consistent. They're a cool deck because like it's hard to find a deck that has a lot of good like tuners and has a lot of good discard effects that can really take the opponent by surprise. Because usually you discard stuff, people don't really care. You're minusing a card to the graveyard. Like unless you're gonna bring it back, it doesn't make a difference. But we'll get into how Fables work. They rely on, discarding abilities. The two main tuners of the deck are Fabled Chawa and Fabled Cerebral. So, Cerebral says when this card is discarded to the graveyard, special summon it. It's a level 2 tuner. Fabled Chawa says during your main phase, you can discard one Fabled monster and special summon this card from your hand. So you can discard any Fabled and then summon this little guy. He's a level 1 tuner, and I mean, that helps you make your 9s a lot easier. It also runs with Fabled Grimro, which is probably one of the most important cards, saying if you control a face-up Fabled, you can send this card from your hand to the graveyard to add a Fabled monster from your hand, except Grimro, so you can use it to, get your tuners to your hand so you can discard them. Some people might run this. Fabled Cruise, I have no idea. When this card is discarded to the graveyard, select one level 4 lower Fabled monster in your graveyard, except this card and special summon it. You can combo that with Chatwa, discard that. You can bring back even this, the elephant guy, Fabled Ganesha. When this card is discarded to the graveyard, special summon it. So, another effect with Chawa. When this card is special summon, gains 200 once removed from the play. Then there's also, there's a lot more cards. The only ones I have actually on me is this last one is Fabled Galabus. Fabled Galabus is discard one card to the graveyard, select and destroy one face-up monster your opponent controls with defense less than or equal to the card's attack. So basically you pick and choose with that effect. It's really cool. Basically the way the deck works is discard all that, then bust out a bunch of synchros. The main synchros that they use are let me see if I can see this real quick. They use, the Fabled Unicorn, Fabled Ragan, Fabled Valakis, Fabled Leviathan. And, all these monsters do a lot of things. I'm not going to get into detail about what they do, but that's how you run the deck. You discard, you make synchros for days, you can easily make Trishula, you can spam Trishula. The way the deck runs spell-wise, and trap-wise, you use a lot of cards that you have to discard a card with. Examples of that are Phoenix Wing Blast. What is that called? Oh, right, Geki Break. Just cards where you have to discard in order to do that. Card Destruction does wonders for the deck. Hand Destruction does a lot of good for the deck. It just depends on your variant of the deck. I've seen a lot of people run different stuff. Lightning Vortex is one, for example, 1 for 1. And then, this deck can abuse Pot of Avarice. Like, literally, like, you discard all your tuners and stuff and just bring them back, like, the turn later. It's crazy, you guys. Draw 2. I personally like the deck. I think the deck's really cool. I see its weakness, though, could easily be, D-Fissure, or Necro Valley does give them kind of a hard time, because, like, you can't target in the graveyard, but, I mean, your discarding effect does kind of get over most of that. But, Macro and D-Fissure could really hurt the deck. Anything that can really target their monsters' effects hurts them a lot. You can DD Crow their effects. Royal Oppression, of course, will wreck them, but, I mean, Royal Oppression wrecks everything. But yeah, I think they're a really cool archetype. They haven't been given enough attention. They did make, I think, top 32 of Providence. I don't remember, but I think in the future they do have a lot more potential if they're played by the right people and if people know how to do the combos properly. But yeah, you guys, leave me comments below if you run the deck. Let me know what you think about it. The combos that go off. What's your preferred synchro route? Since you have so many options, you can make almost any synchro in the deck. You can make formula. You can go all the way from formula the level 2 to Trishula the 9. Probably you can make shooting star, red nova. You can make everything. You can probably even make Shooting Quasar when it comes out, so we'll see what happens. But that's all I got to say about Fables, you guys. Once again, shout out to WDP 504Js. Thank you for this deck discussion idea. Hope you guys are enjoying this. I've set like a new record for myself. This is probably the 20th video today. Fucking crazy. I know some people are actually keeping track. I literally got a message that said you've uploaded 17 videos. Oh wow, like I've uploaded a lot more. So I mean now I'm probably at 20 if not more. So hope you guys can bear with me and watch all these videos. A lot of good content. People wonder, how do I constantly, how do I have like the energy to literally, do all this? And it's because I love the game so much, and I love giving back to the community, and I love that people come to me for advice and want to hear things that I have to say about the game. It makes me feel like so much more than just a regular player in the game. So that's why I do it. That's all I got to say, you guys. Please continue to rate, comment, subscribe, and thank you for watching.